Hello YouTube, this is your good friend the Analyst. Now, this time I'm here to review a great platformer that I recommend very much. This is called Rayman Origins. Oranges. Rayman's Oranges? No, that doesn't sound fine. Rayman Origins. Now, this game, I think that it's a great platformer for everyone. It's very well made. It was actually handmade, all the drawings and everything, which makes it very unique. It gives it a unique art style that nowadays has been indies have been going on at that a lot, but back in the day, everyone was trying to stylize their artwork, their video games with 3D rendering and everything, but Rayman, on the other hand, he kind of went back to 2D platformer way, which for me it's a great form, because if you guys remember, Rayman is actually one of those very old games, SNES eras, where it started off as a platform, a really good platform, which was competing against legends as Mario, Sonic, and so on. Obviously, he never reached that high point, but he was really good. Now, it came out with a couple of games, but unfortunately, it tried to, go to the 3D era during the N64 thing, and it didn't really went well for them. So, what the creators did is that they kind of took a step back, which I think that was a great thing for them to do. Because thanks to that, we got these games like Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins, which is the one we're reviewing this time. Now, what makes Rayman Origins so recommendable? Well, first of all, just like my previous video of Death Road to Canada, this one's also a pretty cheap game. You will find it sometimes under or less than $15. And when it comes to sale, you'll even find it even cheaper than that, sometimes even less than $10. So I'm not pretty sure how much it is right now, because obviously this video is going to go for a couple of more days and it might go up and down, but it's a pretty cheap game, and just like the other game, well, kind of, it's not that resource heavy, which for me at least, this is one of the biggest bases I'm trying to go for. This is because obviously I don't have that much budget, like to be buying a really great graphics card. I'd love to get one, but I gotta be honest, I'm kind of like a little bit on the low side right there when it comes to budget wise. So all the games I can play are actually for low end games, the low end rigs. Actually, I use a little laptop, so I really don't have that much high specs. So obviously games like Witcher and everything that's come out practically in 2017, that's way out of the question. But it doesn't mean that, like in many other cases, it doesn't mean that I can't play, because there's a lot of great hidden gems out there that are even dirt cheap right now, and you could even get them sometimes with bundles, which makes it even better. Now, like I said, Rayman Legend, great game. Artwork is fantastic. If you've seen Ori and the Blind Forest, it has a spectacular art style that you'll just fall in love. There's no voice on it. It's more like gibberish, and everything is text based. But that art style kind of makes up for it. It goes into that very same style, which makes it something fun. It never gets too boring. The dialogues aren't that great, and the story isn't even that elaborate. But like I said before, sometimes you don't really need a great story. Sure, it's a big plus. But if you ever want to just pick up a game and have fun a couple of minutes and not have to dive too deep just to understand it, well, this is one of those really great games you could get. It has a proper balance on the type of difficulty. The beginning levels, obviously there's tutorials and everything, and it gives you off a progressive learning curve, which allows you to understand all the mechanics of the game, and it gives you the opportunity also to to replay a lot of old levels, which allows you to unlock unique special events, and it kind of gives you a sense of power, when you literally breeze through a level that was grinding you a couple of minutes ago, which is for me a really great experience. It has a time challenge mode. Sorry, for anyone who's trying to do a speed run, it's a really great way, and it has a lot of unlockables in the way of cosmetic skins. It's never going to give you a overpowered ability, which will just annihilate the game. Of course, it won't. But it will give you the opportunity to play as different characters. They pretty much play the same way. They do have a little bit of a difference in the stylized way you play them, but they all do the exactly same functions. So right there, it's pretty much up to you to decide how you want, what character you want to use, and you could be, at least calm knowing that it's not going to affect the outcome of the game. Another great feature of this game is the fact that it's also co-op. In fact, you could actually play this one with up to 4 people. It's a great function right there. It has kind of like the Mario form, the new ones, where everyone's on the same screen. So the more separate everyone is, the farther the camera goes. So I think that's a really, really great feature. And of course, like I said, going back to the learning curve, I think that's one of the greatest things right here in this game, because if you learn a new technique or something, a new gimmick, the next level is practically going to be based on that gimmick. So it'll give you the opportunity to be perfecting this. Now, I don't want to spoil too much the end of the game or anything, but a really cool function or a really great feature that it has for anyone who completes the main story mode is that it gives you a secret ending once you do a certain amount of requirements, once you meet them, and you get a secret level. Now, this level will challenge you completely. It will completely slaughter you. It is a very challenging yet rewarding level, which I ended up playing over and over and over and over again, and it literally requires complete perfection to finish. But since you've played all the levels, and the final level is actually just a recollection of all the challenging parts of the previous levels, you know that all you have to do is just keep on playing on it. And if you die, it's more like something that you did yourself. It's not so much that it was so unfair or so challengingly unfair that you never feel that it really is that the computer's causing you to die. It's really your ability, your skill. The more skill you got, the easier you breeze through that last level. And for me, at least, I would have loved to see more of these levels, which literally challenge you from the beginning all the way to the end. Anyone who's finished this game will be able to tell you just how challenging this last one is. But once you get it, you will find that it's a lot of fun. As the story progresses, you'll find a constant challenge. It never gets boring, and it always challenges you. So it gives you an experience that really doesn't bore you, which for me, this is something that is a big plus. Nowadays, a lot of games try to give you 100, 200 levels, for so to speak, and 10 levels are exactly the same. They only just change one small thing. And then after the 10th, they implement a new dynamic, and then that's another 10 basic levels doing the exactly same thing. And then it's again and again. While on this case, on Rayman, you could actually feel the devotion, the love the creators put in this game. Now, after a short while, Rayman Legends comes out, which also is a complete sequel to the Origins, and it just implements all the good stuff of Origins and just duplicates it. And this one also just became an obscure game that unfortunately, well, a lot of people kind of forgot. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys might consider this game because honestly speaking, you will have a blast. Thank you guys. Happy hunting.